Today we shall continue Bhagavad Gita chapter 5, Karma Sannyasa Yogam chapter 5. Yesterday we have seen up to sloka 18, where without Bheda Buddhi, without discriminative intelligence, as a Samadarshi, if you are able to see the whole world, then it is equivalent to seeing everyone around us as Brahma. Such people are very close to Bhagavan. That is what we have seen. Vidya Vinaya Sambanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shopakecha Pandita Samadarshitaha. Such people as Panditas. Bhagavan is always giving importance for being a Pandita, Panda, who can understand things. And then it is not without knowing you see everybody equal. You know how to distinguish things. Bheda Buddhi is there, but Bheda Bhavam is not there. That is the difference. So having done, today we will continue where Bhagavan is describing the yoga of knowledge. That is up to sloka 26. Then 27, 28, 29 is reaching to Dhyana Yoga. In today's parlance, it is meditation, because nobody can teach Samadhi, but many people are giving the so-called training. I don't understand the word training at all. You can train dog, but not for catching a biscuit, but not somebody on meditation. But still people call that parlance. So the yoga of knowledge leads to Dhyana Yoga. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana. Once you get to Dhyana, you reach to Samadhi. So that last few descriptions, the 29th sloka, will be a close introduction to the next chapter. As always, Bhagavad Gita gives an introduction to the next chapter in the previous chapter. We will go to Dhyana Yoga in the next, the 6th chapter. So here we will recite from 19 onwards and then look at sloka by sloka very carefully. Ihaiva Jida Sargo Yasham Samye Sthidam Mana Nirdosham His Samam Brahma Tasmat Brahmanite Sthitaha Na Prahyashet Priyam Prapya No Dvijet Prapya Cha Priyam Sthira Buddhira Sammudho Brahmavit Brahmanistitha Bahyasparsheshvasaktatma Vidya Vindatyatmani Tatsukham Sa Brahmayoga Yuktatma Sukhamakshaya Masnute Yehi Samsparshaja Bhoga Dukkayonaya Evate Adyandavandah Kaundeya Nateshu Remate Buddha Shaknodi Haivaya Sodum പ്രകാശരീരവി മോക്ഷണാത് കാമക്രോധോദ്ഭവം വേഗം സയുക്തഃ സസഖീ നരഃ യോന്തസുഖോന്തരാരാമഃ സ്ഥാന്തർജ്യോതിരേവയഃ സ യോഗി ബ്രഹ്മനിർവാണം ബ്രഹ്മഭൂതോ ദിഗച്ഛതി ലഭന്തേ ബ്രഹ്മനിർവാണം ഋഷയഃ ക്ഷീണകൽമഷാഃ ഛിന്നദൗധാ യഥാത്മാനഃ സർവഭൂതഹിതേ രതാഃ കാമക്രോധവിയുക്താനാം യതീനാം യതചേതസാം അഭിതോ ബ്രഹ്മനിർവാണം വർത്തതേ വിദിതാത്മനാം സ്പർശാൻ കൃത്വാ ബൃഹ്വാൻ ചക്ഷുഷ് ചൈവ അന്തരേ ഭ്രുവോ പ്രാണാപാനൗ സമൗ കൃത്വാ നാസാഭ്യന്തര ചാരിണൗ യതേന്ദ്രിയമനോബുദ്ധിർ മുനിർമോക്ഷപരായണ വിഗതേച്ഛാഭയക്രോധഃ യഃ സദാ മുക്ത ഏവ സഃ ഭോക്താരം യജ്ഞതപസാം സർവലോകമഹേശ്വരം സുഹൃദം സർവഭൂതാനാം ജ്ഞാത്വാ മാം ശാന്തിമൃച്ഛതി. This is the 29th sloka. So hopefully we will do from sloka number 19 to 29th today. So let us look at sloka 19 in detail. Ihaivatayarjuna arjita sargo ihaivatayarjita sargo യേഷാം സാമ്യേ സ്ഥിതം മനഃ നിർദോഷം ഹി സമം ബ്രഹ്മ തസ്മാത് ബ്രഹ്മണി തേ സ്ഥിതാഃ. ഇഹൈവ തൈർജിത സർഗോ ഇഹൈവ, in this life, in this very specific particular life, tairjita, tair, by them who arjidam, who conquer, jitaha, sargaha, the creation, yesham samye sthidam manaha, yesham, whose, samye, the equanimity, taking everything in the normal peaceful sense, sthidam, situated in such a post, manaha, that sort of mentality somebody has, nirdosham hi samam brahmaha, that sort of people, they are nirdoshis, flawless fellows without any fault. Certainly they samam, they see equality, brahmaha, equal to God. Those who have these qualities see every creature, living being around them as equal to Brahma. That's the same concept in the earlier sloka also. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne also, same sloka was what was told. This is reconfirming that. Tasmat, when Bhagavan says Tasmat, therefore, that means all these concluding, Bhagavan says, Brahmani te sthitaha. That is important. Brahmani, that is where absolute truth, understanding that is the absolute truth, that is seated there. That understanding is treated there. That means when I am seeing a copper vessel, I know that is copper. Knowing that it is copper, that is the Sat, is more important than understanding the vessel. Seeing a wave, I know the wave is water. That is the Sat. So in every living being, I am seeing only one. That is the Sat, that is Brahma. Having that thought process will raise me to a higher level. Therefore, such thoughts are the absolute truth. Understanding that will come only for those people who are at the highest level, closely looking at or seeing Brahma by themselves. Nirdosham hi samam Brahma, without any dosham, equally, without discrimination. Ihaiva tahirjida swargo, ihaiva tahirjida sargo, yesham samye stidam manaha, nirdosham hi samam Brahma, tasmat Brahmani te stitaha. In such, the equalities, the equanimity is what is seen, where we are seeing everyone has got that tejas which is the brightest tejas of Bhagavan. So I am seeing everywhere the Brahman, sarvatra samadarshitaha, the without any dosham, free from any bondage, attachment, no hatred, no extra love also. That is what is the world around us. The objects are seen different, but within them the world is same. Within them the tejas is same. That is what Bhagavan says. Now let us look at the sloka number 20. Na prahirshyet priyam prapya no dvijet prapya cha priyam sthirabuddhira sammudho brahmavid brahmani stitaha na prahirshyet priyam prapya no dvijet prapya cha priyam sthirabuddhira sammudho brahmavid brahmani stita. Those with great sadhana, you can reach into such a level, who is reposing, looking at Brahma with a maintaining yourself in the serenity, without any delusion, constantly, sthiram, constantly, with the equanimity, with the pleasantness everywhere, spreading pleasantness, that is equanimity. And that pleasantness without a distinction to everyone equally. So equanimity, giving equally to everyone, with no disaffection towards anybody, but have total disaffection, detachment, no bondage to any of the worldly affairs around. That is called chitta egagrata. With all chitta egagrata with moharihidam, there is no desire at all. Such people can reach into Brahma Tattvam, Brahmanandam. But those people who can reach is not what Bhagavan is talking as people without dukkham. What is essential? Without any distinction, egagra buddhi, samachittata, moharehidam, brahmatvam, brahmanandam, everything is essential. But more than all that, the highest is having jnanam. Jnanam is important. Knowledge is important. Blindly no devotion. Understand everyone is different. Understanding that it is not blindly, it is not a childish behavior. A child may grab a snake as well as play with a rabbit. An elderly person with the samachittata, buddhi, discriminative power, with all understanding, they look at every living being equal. Na prahirshyet priyam prapya. Neither extra joy, prahirshyam, rejoice, priyam prapya, obtaining the pleasantness. Nadvijet prapya cha priyam, from not disturbed with anything. No dvichinta, without any dvijit is not there. Prapya, attaining that. Eha also, which one? Aprapyam. The unpleasant is also getting attached. Sthira buddhira sammudho, steady intellect, no vibrations. Samachittada is there. With firmly situated, the Brahmatvam, Brahmanandam is obtained with the Egagra Chinta. sthirabuddhira sammudho brahmavit brahmani sthitah. Brahmavit sthitah. That is the beauty. In that mode, those who can, with the knowledge, those who attain this level, with the knowledge, those who attain this knowledge, they never will have a dukkham in their life. That is what Bhagavan says. Na prahirshyet priyam prapya no dvijet prapya ja priyam sthirabuddhira sammudho brahmavit brahmani sthitaha. Then sloka number 21. Bahyasparsheshvasaktatma vindatyatmani yat sukham sa brahmayoga yuktatma sukhamachaya masnute. Brahmasparsha esha, only that, the external sense pleasure. Bahyasparsheshu asaktatma. Bahyasparsheshu asaktatma vindatyatmani yat sukham sa brahma yoga yuktatma sukha achaya masnute. Bahyasparsheshu asaktatma, without having any asakti on the external pleasure. Bahyasparsheshu, the external sensory pleasures are with those who are not having asakti in that. That means you detach from that. Vindatyatmani yat sukham. Vindatyatmani yat sukham, finding atma, the self, in that sukham. Which sukham? The blissful, without having external pleasure. Sa brahma yoga yuktatma, having you present yourself in the brahma yoga yukta atma, getting attached and united to God. Brahma yogam is getting to God. Yuktatma, sufficiently equipped for that atma whoever has. For what? For the brahma yoga. Ultimate aim is brahma yoga. Samadhi is brahma yoga. Getting into totally devoted to Brahma, getting meditated. Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. Get inside of your Atma where the Brahma exists. Only creativity will be there. And all that action which you do will become highly creative. And in such state, Sa Brahma Yoga Yuktatma. What is the aim of every meditator? Not a meditator, the person who rushes into yoga. Samadhi. The English translation is misused under lot of errors probably. Sa Brahma Yoga Yuktatma is who is the person who reaches into Samadhi. For common understanding, when we translate into English, we have to say who is into meditation. Not in the worldly parlance today, which is marketed as meditation. The real Samadhi. Sukha Akshaya Masnuta. That happiness, Sukham, where you will Akshayam. Akshayam is what? Without limit, without Kshayam, without measurement. Infinite Sukham. Asnute, you experience that Sukham when you reach into that state of meditation, that state of Samadhi. Those who are not attached to any of the sensory pleasures realize the divine blissfulness of God within him, and he reaches into that happiness which exists, the real experience of Samadhi within. This is actually defining Samadhi. The yoga, yama niyama asana pranayama pratyahara dharana dhyana Samadhi. That Samadhi is what is defined here, for which maybe the qualifications will be explained in the next chapter, where the next chapter will be on Dhyana Yoga, because after Dhyanam only the Samadhi will come. So here Samadhi is explained. That means then he will go to the real explanation of what is the actual Samadhi. That state will come later. Now here, let us chant this. Sloka number 21. Bahyasparsheshvasaktatma vindatyatmani yat sukham sa brahmayoga yuktatma sukhamakshaya masnute. That essence of what is samadhi is in the third line very explicitly. Sa Brahma Yoga Yuktatma. Which Atma is eligible to join with the Brahma? That Atma is in the Samadhi. That is what it says. That means I keep on repeating the sloka. Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. Those who can reach into their own Hridayam where the Brahma is existing. That is what is essential. Now 22nd sloka. Ehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkha yonaya evate adyandavandha kaundeya nateshu temate buddha. Ehi sparshaja bhoga. Those people who have got that contact with these bhogaha, the pleasures. What is that in contact with the pleasures? The sense objects. That means your sensory perception is always for variety of different bhoga, the materialistic pleasures around you. Dukkhayo naya evate. The misery is the source for all of this. Evate. They are all reasons for dukkham. Dukkhayo naya evate. Adyandavanda kaundeya. Adyandavanda kaundeya. From the beginning to the end. Adyam to andam. Adyandavanda kaundeya. From beginning to end, that is the reason for dukkham. So there is only one reason for dukkham. That is your sense pleasure is always going around 360 degree to find out what is there to enjoy. The materialistic pleasure. Only materialistic pleasure. Nateshu revate buddha. Never go into those for take delight, take pleasure in that who Buddha. The wise people, the Brahma nannies, wise people will never go to such places. Nateshu remate. They don't go to that places. Who? Remate Buddha. Buddha is the wise people. Wise people will never go to those places. Ehi samsparsho jo bhoga dukkha yonaya evate adyandavanda kaundeya nateshu remate Buddha. Definitely, who is eligible for these sort of samadhi is what is given in the sloka 22nd. Finding no joy in the sensory pressures around, those who can adyandavanta kaundeya nateshu remate Buddha. They don't go with all the materialistic pleasure around. They are Buddha, wise people. With all the knowledge, not without knowledge. That is essential. You must understand these will give you this pleasure and then you don't go. That is what is essential. Now, the sloka number 23. Shaknodi haiva yassodum praksharira vimokshanat kama krodhodbhavam vegam sa yuktaha sa sukhi naraha. Shaknodi haiva yassodum. Shaknodi. With the ability, with all the ability, ihi, the iha eva, with that body, with that capability, those who sodum, with the stand, with all the capability physically, those people who withstand prak sharira vimokshanat, prak sharira vimokshanat, those people who withstand this, before the sharira, vimokshanat, giving up. Until the last breath, those steadily stay with the capability of the body. Kama krododbhavam vegam, with all the desire and anger. Kama and krodha. Udbhavam, kama krododbhavam vegam, with all that forces. Vegam is force. That force generated with the kamam and krodham. Sayuktaha, sa sukhi naraha, sayuktaha, that person, yuktaha, he is the yukta. Who is yukta? The yogi. That person who is capable of that, sa sukhi naraha, that person is sukhi. So it is not that you don't have capability. You are not seeing something because your eyes are not working. You are not listening some bad words because your ears are dumb. No. Shakti is there. Ability is there. Prak Sharira. From that, Vimokshanat. Vimokshanam is giving up. Giving up means I don't want. Earlier also I said, Upavasam is not starving. Those people who don't have anything to eat, they don't eat, we don't call it as Upavasam. Those who have sufficient food and they don't eat is called Upavasam. So similarly, all the Indriyas are functioning properly. They know what is the pleasure outside available. Knowing all this, what do? Vimokshanat. They give up all that worldly pleasure. That is why buddhi has to work. Discriminative power is there. Knowledge is also there. Knowing all those people are yogis, where their desire and anger and those forces of such desire and anger is withdrawn from them with all the knowledge. That is called Siddha Yoga. That is called Ashtanga Yoga. That is what is explained in Hada Yoga Pradipika. If you have such an ability, not like Pranabandhanat Liyate Mana Jalapakshivat Dinarodhanam, where Ramana Maharshi said, it is not controlling your senses like a bird inside the nest. As the door is open, it will fly away. Your Indriya is such, you are controlling it with so difficulty. As soon as your meditation is over, your tension will start. There is no purpose of such religious, ritualistic stupidity. No. You need that with all the ability which is explained here. Shaknodi haiva yassodum praksharira vimokshanat kama krodho udbhavam vegam kama krododbhavam vegam sayuktaha sa sukhi naraha. Beautiful. Now, sloka number 24. Yonda sugho andararama tathandarjyodirevaya sayogi brahma nirvanam brahma bhudo adigacchati. Yo anda sugho andararama. Andar arama, the enjoyment within the self. Andar aramam. Aramam inside. Enjoying within the self. Yo anda sugho. Those people who are happy within the self. Not going out. Those who can stay inside, search inside, they can find bliss inside themselves. Sthadandar jyotirevayaha. As well as the jyotis, the light is inside. Enlightenment is already within. Prajodayat. Om bhurbhuvaswahat tat savidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi Diyo yo naha prachodayat. Oh sun, you are giving light everywhere, but get inside me to enlighten me. That Jyotirava, Jyotir, inside. Stadandar Jyoti, get inside that illumination. Reva, Yaha, certainly get inside that. Sa yogi, such people are. This is the definition for yogi. Who is a yogi? Yo andasugho andararama, inside total blissfulness, total illumination inside. The enlightenment already happened and peaceful, totally, not for some time, full time. Sa yogi brahma nirvanam. Such people are liberated from the sensory organs from outside and with the full knowledge of everything around them. Brahma nirvanam. They are liberated from the material interest, desire that is not there for them. The existence itself is not there for as far as they are nirvana. They get rid of the external life, external world. Why? Because they are always looking inside. They are not worried what is happening around. Brahma Budho Digachati. Such people will get united to God. Brahma Budho Adigachati, attains the Brahma Avastha, attain the Lordship. They themselves will become Bhagavan. That is why we call Ramana Maharshi as Bhagavan. That is why we call Shankara as Bhagavan. That is what is essential. So within that, within the self, the yogi will have the whole knowledge and enlightenment and total peace and blissfulness. With such a state, liberated from the material existence, that means they don't worry about. That is why when Ramana Maharshi was asked, who are you? He said, Aham is not there. There is no Aham. Me is not there. That's a beautiful lesson which we had. Yanda sukho andararama. With that sukham andararama tadandar jyotirevaya sa yogi brahma nirvanam brahma bhudo adigachati. They reach into such a level which is called brahma bhudam. The inside bhudam itself is, that is what hridaya guhara madhye kevalam brahma matram. They reach into that level. Now sloka number 25. Labhande brahma nirvanam, labhande brahma nirvanam rishayaha kshina kalmashaha chinnat dvaida yatatmanaha sarvabhuta hiderataha. Here, total devotion to service. Not existing without any action is not good enough. Being a yogi, closing your eyes inside the cave is not what Bhagavan wants. My Guru, Himalayan Master Swami Vedabharati taught me only meditation in action, not closing your eyes and then sitting idle. That is not samadhi. Samadhi is do your job, involve in activities, worldly activity around you without getting bondage with the result. Result is phalam. What you get is not what you are supposed to do. But do it for social service, service mentality. So devotion to service is what is prescribed here. Labhande brahma nirvanam rishayaha kshina kalmashaha chinnadvida yatatmanaha sarvabhuta hiderataha. What is required? Labhande brahma nirvanam. You can achieve brahma nirvanam, liberation from all the material existence. Rishayaha, holy person, saint, wise man, like a rishi. That padavi, rishayaha, kshina kalmashaha, whose senses are all that is taken away from the worldly affair, so liberated from all that what is around him, and he is relieved from all the kalmasham, Kshina kalmashaha. All his sins have been cleared. That means no sins. Chinnadvaita. That person who is annihilated, the chinna, done with dvaita, no two thoughts. The double thought is not there. What is to be done, whether this is correct, that is correct. Earlier we explained whether this is snake or the rope. That confusion is not there. If you have confusion, you will become actionless. If you are not having confusion, action will come immediate. That can be a mistake, no problem. Maybe a snake is misunderstood as a rope. No problem. You may take it and throw. By chance, instead of rope, it is a snake, it is out. But assume that the rope is that which you mistook as a snake. Mistook, that means there is no confusion. You decided it is a snake. Then what will happen? You will go and beat and kill them. Okay, there is no movement for that, then you think that it is dead. But then you realized it is okay. Action is over already. So action is more important. Chinnadvaita yatatmanaha. With a disciplined mind, firm mind. The presence of mind is there for such people. Immediate reaction will come. Whether right or wrong, that let it decide later. Sarvabhuta hiderataha. With all the living being around, what are you doing? You do action. Sarva Bhuta Hide. Action for what? Sarva Bhuta Hitam. For the benefit of every Bhutam, every living being, for that Hitam. Their desire, not for your desire, no selfishness. For others' benefit, Rataha. In that you enjoy. That means you are a social being. You do actions with all the human being inside. That manas, you do a lot of social being. So you are a human being as well as a social being. Such people are the greatest fellows. They get Brahma Nirvana. They are the people who are into that level. Lebande Brahma Nirvanam Rishayaha Kshina Kalmashaha Chinnadvaita Yatatmanaha Sarvabhuta Hiderataha. Sarvabhuta Hiderataha. That is important there. Labande Brahma Nirvanam. For whom? Sarvabhuta Hiderataha. If you are living for some social service, then you are eligible for the Brahma Nirvanam. That means you have to do in action. It is not closing eyes and then doing japa. It is not continuously praying and wasting your time. Do some social service of somebody else. Yena kena prakarena yasya kasya videhinaha sandosham janayat pratna tadevam ishvara pujanam. Doing something somewhere, somehow, somewhat, in wherever possible places, what you do for somebody's happiness, that is called Ishvara Puja. Sarvabhuta hiderataha labande Brahma Nirvanam. Beautiful sloka which describes what and how Sanatana Dharma looked at social service. How Sanatana Dharma looked at bhakti. How Sanatana Dharma defined samadhi. Not closing eyes and then paying 1 lakh rupees, learning how to close your eyes and how to take a breath. Chain market business. That is not never samadhi as far as Bhagavan is concerned. Next sloka, 26th sloka. Kama krodha viyuktanam yatinam yatachetasam abhido brahma nirvanam vartate vididatmanam. Kama krodha viyuktanam. Kama krodha viyuktanam. The desire and the krodha. Anger. Desire and yogam. Vimuktanam. Those who are liberated from that. Yatinam. Nitya Chaitanya Yati. I mentioned earlier. Yatinam, those saintly person, they are like rishis, higher than swamis. Highest is Mahamandaleshwar. Yati is the next lower grade, maybe Subhadra major and the major. Yatinam, Yatachetasam, those people who are self-realized, and Yatachetasam, the self-realized persons, they do not get into their superficial manas which is fluctuating. Abhido Brahma Nirvanam, from every side. Abhido, from every side. Brahma Nirvanam, spiritually liberated. From the material existence, they go into the spiritual world. They are Atmiya Purusha. Vartade, they stay, exist there. Vidhidatmanam, those who are Vidhidatmanam, self-realized. As per the Bhagavan, they all surrender everything to Bhagavan. They are all sannyasis. They are all wise people. They are all saintly people. They are all such level where the existence is not in this present world, in the worldly world around, not in the materialistic, the controlling desire and angle, not controlling, getting rid of such activity. For those sannyasis who have broken out of the anger and lust, there is no desire at all. With abhyasena tu kaunteya, later will come. How do you get that? Keep on practicing. And that mind which is self-realized, liberated mind, without having the materialistic desire, they live in the materialistic world. Like what? Padmapatram. Earlier we heard. Like the lotus leaf. They stay in water, but they don't get any attachment to water. Even if water falls in that, that will wipe off very fast. A small tilt is good enough. So they are living in the materialistic world. Kama Krodham, chances are there. That is why the word is used, Kama Krodha Viyuktatma. Otherwise that need not be mentioned. Without getting affected by such a world where everything is such available, or every sensory pleasures are available, you think that you don't want. And there is a chance of getting angry. But then in that situation also you don't get angry. That is more essential. It is not that you live in a world where you don't have any chance of getting angry and say he is a wise man, he never got angry. See, there is no chance of getting angry. Yeah? No, that should not happen. You should get chance for getting angry and then you don't get angry. Then only they can be wise. Your wiseness has to be tested. All alpha beta test has to happen. Kama krodha viyuktanam yatinam yatachetasam abhido brahma nirvanam vartade vidhidatmanam. Such people are the real people. So this ends with the Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge. About the Jnana can be on different versions. So this is not a karma yoga Jnana. This is for the people who are into samadhi, the real yoga. All the steps have been explained here. All the different levels have been explained here. All different possibilities by word. Already some 20, 25, 26 different steps have been explained, which gets you out of the trouble which may create aberrations in your kamam and krodham, but you stay stable and strong. That is what Bhagavan explains. Now we'll go to the Dhyana Yoga together with the devotion. That is what the next 27, 28, 29. 3 slokas will take us to that level. Here 27 and 28 can be seen. Sometime we see that together, or can we look at different? Because these are all controlling desire and anger with a making your vision the control, so that you become disciplined in your life by disciplining your breath. That is what it means. So here 27 and 28 is chanted together. Sparshan krutva bahirbahyan chakshush chaiva andare bruvo പ്രാണാപാനൗ സമൗ കൃത്വാ നാസാഭ്യന്തര ചാരിണൗ യതേന്ദ്രിയ മനോബുദ്ധിർ മുനിർ മോക്ഷപരായണഃ വിഗതേച്ഛാ ഭയക്രോധഃ സദാ മുക്ത ഏവ സഃ സദാ മുക്ത ഏവ സഃ. Those people who are liberated, certainly such people who are liberated. How? Sada, always, not sometime. How? Shutting all the thoughts from the external enjoyment. How is to be done? Between the eyebrows. Pranapano samau krutva nasabhyandare charinau. As the air goes inside, that is how we learned meditation. The breathing technique. Here Bhagavan is teaching the pranayama, the actual pranayama lesson from Bhagavan himself. What else we require? Pranayamena yuktena sarvaroga samaraha ayuktabhyasa yogena sarvaroga samudbhavaha Hadayoga Pratipika says. If you don't do pranayama in the normal sense, different diseases can come. So from where you have to learn? You have to learn from Bhagavan himself. So 5th chapter 27 and 28 sloka. Bhagavan is teaching all of us how to take breath. You don't have to pay 1,000 rupees, one nose, another nose, and somebody take and patent it, and a chain reaction payment of money. And he is a rich Swamiji in India now. World master of breathing technique. 5th chapter 27 and 28. Learn Bhagavad Gita. Everything is inside. What is not there? This is a life dictionary. Dictionary of life. Sparshan krutva bahirbahyan. Controlling through the senses. All the contacts. Keeping outside and external and inside. Getting inside you. Bahirbahyam. From the external world. Sparshan krutva. All the touch. That doesn't mean hand touch alone. With your eyes and ears and nose. Chakshu. With your eyes. Chaivandare. Bhruvo. Closing your eyes, looking inside yourself. Certainly between the eyebrows, what is to be done? If you have to take a breath, you will have to close your eyes. Chakshu Chaivandare Bhruvo. Andare Bhruvo. Within the bhru. The eye. In the center. Pranapanau samau krutva. Equally take a breath inside. Bhagavan never said to close one ear. He has given 2 nostrils for all of us to take a breath together only. I don't know from which mudha started closing eyes and taking breath. Maybe if you have got a nose blockage, you will have to do it. Otherwise not required. Pranapano samau krutva. Take equal, keeping air inside equally. What is to be done? Nasabhyandara parinau. Within the nostrils, move the air inside, feel it inside. Yadendriya mano buddhir. Controlled the senses but not the breath. The breath has to go as Tailadhara. Without any effort, effortlessly take breath. But control the indriyas. Control the indriyas means not pulling it with the manas. Leaving it free is what is control. Close your eyes but don't see. Even open your eyes but don't see. There may be many sounds around, but no. Don't give your attention to that. That is what is controlling. No attention is what is controlling. Not putting earbud. No. Yadendriya mano buddhir. Manas and buddhi has to be. Vakmana chakshu srotra grana jihwarido buddhya agri sankalpame shuddhyandam. All that indriya has to get. Mana, buddhi also has to get. Then Munir moksha parayana. Munir moksha parayana. The sage, moksham. He gets liberation. And he moves in that. Without any fear. Liberated and parayana. Dedicated. Totally dedicated. He gets totally into that with full liberation. Munir moksha parayana vigadecha bhayakrotha. No vigadam, it is free. Icha is not there, no desire, free from desire. Bhayakrotha, no bhayam, no krodham, nothing will happen. Only concentrate in the air. Yes, sadha mukta eva saha. Such people get liberated. Certainly, such people will get liberated. You will be fully free. My Guru, I remember when he taught how to do meditation, he was telling, consider these two nostrils as the flow of a beautiful river. And when you take breath inside, understand where the air is going. Feel it. That is good enough. You don't have to struggle for finding concentration, shifting your attention of all indriyas, manas, buddhi and all that. Just be aware of the breath. Being aware of breath is what is called a pranayama. Automatically the yama will happen. The distancing, the time distance between the breath will automatically happen when you become aware of your breath. That is pranayama. Pranayama is not my breathing rate. I am imposing on somebody else. I remember long back, maybe 10, 15 years, 20 years back, when I used to teach young children to sit and then do pranayama when my children were young. So I was learning whatever I have learned from my yoga asana classes and then the meditation which they taught as meditation I was teaching to young children, which was all mistake. Later when I found my Guru Brahmashri KPC Anijan Bhattacharya, he said, why are you holding air? Air is not yours. The time you hold it, automatically inside you is polluted, therefore it will totally change into carbon dioxide. That 4% will increase. The 16% oxygen only will remain inside. 0.04% carbon dioxide which is outside in the atmosphere will become 4.04 inside you. 20% oxygen in the air will become 16%. Carbon dioxide will become 4.04%. So don't hold it. Because you are holding more carbon dioxide inside you, you get hallucination, twinkling stars will come inside you. And you think that is spirituality. I have seen some so-called Swamijis with a nice dress. They keep teaching without knowing the basic understanding of the pathology, pharmacology and the air content about the atmosphere. Little chemistry also they should know. And biology also they should know. Without knowing the biochemistry of the human body, you start asking to hold breath. Just because crocodile hold breath, you also hold breath. No, but you should not be like a dog breathing 40 times. But 18 times breath will happen naturally to you, provided you are aware of breathing. So these techniques which is explained in the 5th chapter 27 and 28 is to be aware of breath. So that you know between the eyebrows, through the nostrils, the air goes inside. Once you are aware of it, automatically the pranayama happens. Beautiful method of teaching pranayama. You don't require any other method to learn in pranayama. And being in such posture for some time and then regulating the air throughout your body is what, there is a small YouTube link of meditation Dr. TPS, you type and search. What I have learned from the real gurus have been explained with a small 20 minutes of video. Sparshan krutva bahirbahyan chakshush chaivandare bruvo pranabanau samau krutva nasabhyandare charinau yadendriyamano buddhir munir moksha parayana vigadecha bhayakrodaha sa ya sada mukta eva saha ya sada mukta eva saha. Beautifully explained. Now we are reaching towards samadhi. Pranayama is done, dhyana is going to come, and all that. Without action, closing your eyes is not what is to be done. Be in action. Be in the world. without being touched with all the material around you. Now the last sloka in this chapter, Karma Sannyasa Yoga, Bhagavan is going to explain the peace formula. Probably this is the peace formula. What is that he wants to explain very explicitly in the Sannyasa Yoga? The liberation through Ashtanga Yoga is what we have seen. And now peace, full peace. Now we are eligible for that. That is why Bhagavan is explaining. And this becomes an introduction to the, after pranayama, dhyanam should come. So this becomes an introduction for the next chapter. Dhyanam. Sloka number 29. Bhoktaram yatna tapasam. Bhoktaram yatna tapasam. Sarvaloka maheshwaram. Samhridam. Sarvabhutanam. Natva mam shanti mrichhati. Natva mam shanti mrichhati. Bhoktaram yatna tapasam. Bhoktaram. The bhokta. Who is the enjoyer? Who will enjoy? Yatna tapasam. Sacrificing with all the tapas. That state of tapasi, the enjoyer, me, inside me, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. I am seeing the whole world is under the control of Maheshwara, the Supreme Lord. Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. Suhridam, a friend. What is that? With good hridayam is called Suhridam. The person should have good hridayam. That means he should be selfless. And I am also selfless. Therefore, the reflection will happen. That is what is Sauhridam. So, he also should be selfless. I am also selfless. Then only Sauhridam will come there. Suhridam, Sarvabhutanam. And that mentality should be there, that hridayam should be there, that suhridam should be there, not to one selected person. Sarvabhutanam, to everyone. Everyone around you, that has to happen. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. With that sankalpa, that everyone around your world, who are all Buddhas, are all part of God. Natva mam shanti michhati. Natva, having understood, having realized, having known that, what will happen? Mam shanti mrichhati. Such people will come to me. Who is that me? Bhagavan. Such people will get liberation. Such people will get mukti. We are all for that mukti. That is what will happen. So unmask yourself. Get out of the you, the selfish you. I, me, mine. Go out of that. And realize that every Bhudatma is also part of this. And they are also eligible for the Brahma. And realizing that Bhoktaram yatna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam yatna natva, knowing that natva mam shanti mrichhati, knowing that, see the last word also, knowing that, natva, having realized, having understood. That means knowledge is essential. So this is what the last sloka in this. So let us chant from sloka number 19 once again and then conclude today with the Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Ihaiva tairjita sargo yesham samme stidam manaha nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmat brahmanite stitaha na prahyashyet na prahrishyet priyam prapya no dujet prapya cha priyam sthira buddhira sammudho brahmavid brahmani sthita bahyasparsheshva saktatma vidatyatmani yat sukham sa brahmayoga yuktatma sukha akshaya masnute yehi samsparshajo സ്പർശജാ ഭോഗാഃ ദുഃഖയോനയ ഏവ തേ ആദ്യന്തവന്ത കൗന്ദേയ നതേഷു രമതേ ബുധഃ ശക്നോതി ഹൈവയ സോഢും പ്രാക്ഷ ശരീര മോക്ഷനാഥ് കാമക്രോധ ഉദ്ഭവം വേഗം കാമക്രോധോദ്ഭവം വേഗം സ യുക്ത സ സുഖീ നരഃ യോ അന്തസുഖോ അന്തരാരാമ തദാന്തർജ്യോതിരേവ യഃ സ യോഗി ബ്രഹ്മനിർവാണം ബ്രഹ്മഭൂതോ അധിഗച്ഛതി ലഭന്തേ ബ്രഹ്മനിർവാണം ഋഷയ ക്ഷീണകൽമഷാ ഛിന്ന ദ്വൈദ്വാ യഥാത്മാനഃ സർവഭൂതഹിതേ രതാഃ കാമക്രോധ വിയുക്താനാം യതീനാം യതചേതസാം അഭീതോ ബ്രഹ്മനിർവാണം വർത്തതേ വിദിതാത്മനാം സ്പർശാൻ കൃത്വാ ബഹിർബഹ്യാൻ ചക്ഷുശ്ചൈവ അന്തരേ ഭ്രുവോ പ്രാണാപാനൗ സമൗ കൃത്വാ നാസാഭ്യന്തരേ അന്ധചാരിണൗ യതേന്ദ്രിയ മനോബുദ്ധിർ മുനിർമോക്ഷപരായണ വിഗതേച്ഛാ ഭയക്രോധഃ യ സദാ മുക്ത ഏവ സഃ ഭോക്താരം യജ്ഞതപസാം സർവലോകമഹേശ്വരം സുഹൃദം സർവഭൂതാനാം ഭൂത്വാ മാം ശാന്തിമൃച്ഛതി. ഇതി ശ്രീമദ്ഭഗവദ്ഗീതാസു ഉപനിഷത്സു ബ്രഹ്മവിദ്യായാം യോഗശാസ്ത്രേ ശ്രീകൃഷ്ണാർജുന സംവാദേ കർമ്മസന്യാസയോഗോ നാമ പഞ്ചമോധ്യായഃ സമാപ്തം. നമസ്കാരം ടു ഓൾ ഓഫ് യു.